On today's video, I'm going to show you 3 more good perennials that you should consider getting for your garden. The first one I'm going to show you is this one here, and this is commonly known as the Mexican fleabane. It's called Erigeron carvinskianus and is a kind of a daisy-like flower. Now, the quirky thing about this one is it has these almost pinky cerise flowers coupled in with white ones. And it does this in several stages. So as the plant matures, it goes through lots of flowering and lots of seeding. It's classed as a short-lived perennial, really. And it's definitely one you should get if you like smaller plants or smaller flowers. It goes into most locations. It would prefer a sunny position if you can give it that. If not, don't worry, it can take a modicum of shade. I've got this all over the place, and it is quite a prolific seeder, and it will seed all over the place. That's not really too much of a problem because it's easy to spot it and remove it out of the areas that you don't want it in. Now this particular one is all over these steps. Now up here at Grassy Bottom, we've got these steps here, and it's. I was hoping it'd do this, and it's found itself into the smallest of cracks on these steps and seeded into it. So it's a good little doer. Now as it gets bigger, it makes a bigger clump. It can make a clump up to about 1 foot in circumference by about 8 inches tall. I suggest after autumn, or winter rather, into spring, cut it back down into the central section and it will come back and reward you with even more flowers. As I said, it's very short-lived, so it probably only live for about 3 or 4 years max, and then it's time to pull it out, but it will have already set new seeds as it's done here. I only started off with 1 plant up at Grassy Bottom, and now I've got hundreds really. So be wary that it does self-seed around, but it's definitely worth getting for your plant arsenal. It's a fantastic one. So that's Erigeron carvinskianus. The second plant I'm going to show you is this one here, and this is Echinacea pallida. It's a species type Echinacea. Echinacea's got quite a lot of cultivars going on now. Be wary because some of them, although very pretty, can be a little bit tender, and some of them don't even make it through the first winter, so be careful. This is Echinacea pallida, and you'll have no such problem with this one. Now, a lot of them have this cerise look to them. This is a particularly good selection of mine. Starts off very pale pink and then goes to this more deep cerise pink. In general, you'll find that they're more on the light pink side. Now again, they're a perennial. They prefer a sunny position. I've got a few here that are going to be removed soon because we are regenerating this area. We're turning it into something else. And these are here at the moment, but they'll soon be moved. Now, these are going into the seeding stage, and they do seed true. So you'll find little seedlings. After a couple of years, you should find some new seedlings all over the place. You can collect the seed as well, which is what I do on a regular basis. I collect them and then get them going. These particular ones are from the same plant, and they are splits and root cuttings and root divisions, and they do quite well. They look great in any sort of ornamental grass border. As you can see here, I've got one against the grass behind it, a little miscanthus that it's doing well with, and it just looks stunning. Like I say, they're a species type. They've got this reflex petal, which not everybody likes, but, you know, I do. So its position, as I said, it prefers a sunnier spot if you can get it. Again, it will take a modicum of shade, but not too much deep shade. So that is Echinacea pallida. My third selection is this one here, and this is a Rudbeckia demii. Again, a species type. It's a perennial, so it'll be back every single year, and it has this stunning colour. And this year it is absolutely fantastic. A lot to do with the nice sunny year we've had. Now, believe it or not, this one will take wet meadows. In fact, where it comes from, it tends to grow along stream sides and in wet meadows. I think it's in North America, and it does really well in those situations. It will do well in dry situations. It's on a slightly banked up part of the garden here, and it's doing okay here as well. So the colour is just amazing. It's more on the golden yellow colour, I would say that one is. And it's one, again, that I like to mix in my mixed perennial border, but particularly because I have grasses, it tends to go well with those as well. It'll cause you no problems whatsoever. The only problem it's likely to cause, if we get some sort of a drought like we've had, you may find the leaves droop a little bit. If this occurs, just bung a couple of gallons of water over it. It soon recovers, and it'll reward you with all these beautiful flowers. And they are beautiful. So there's lots of different Rudbeckias. This is a particularly small one. And there are other cultivars of this particular one. But this is the species one, called Rudbeckia demii. It looks good up here at Grassy Bottom. And I absolutely love it. So that's 3 great perennials to have. And so that's Rudbeckia demii, Echinacea pallida, and finally Erigeron carvinskianus. 3 great perennials to get. Look them out, easily available, and try them in your garden. Ta-da!